Hello CCFound friends and investors. Today I have a very important announcement to make. First of all, we are already past the token split which was announced, and we have changed the tokenomics, we have paused the smart contract, and we have migrated found coins from the shop platform to the beta. So let's go through the voting first. You may or may not remember that we had a community voting regarding the changes in tokenomics, where our first and foremost goal was to have the prices of the ICO round closer to the private sale round. And by that I mean that the price difference was too big, and our investors voted that the prices should be ×2 per every round, and we did exactly that. However, in the first tokenomics, which we have presented in the presentation and the invitation to voting, the numbers were without airdrops. After we recalculated everything, we checked that airdrops are missing. We had to remake the tokenomics again, and thus the split was not 5x between the ICO and the private sale rounds, but the split, including airdrops, changed to 4.7. Everything is explained in my announcement on CCFound about token split and CCFound tokenomics changes explained, and here you have the exact multiplier number. It's 4.72268 and so forth. Everything is explained also here, so be sure to read this if you have any questions. I will link this article below this video, and also here you have many examples regarding different types of investors and their individual split. Because, for example, some investors paid out their tokens from the platform. Some investors purchased tokens on a decentralized exchange and put them inside the shop CCFound platform. What happens then? Everything is explained on examples here and also in this spreadsheet linked also in this article. So if you checked your split, you have a different multiplier and you are not sure what happened, be sure to check all the explanations, all the examples that are here, because you may be one of the investors falling into this category. Alright, so here we have the split explained, and the number of found coins that you have may be checked currently on shop.ccfound.com, and this platform will be phased out gradually. We still leave this platform because it contains your purchase history, but in the future we are moving into beta platform, and your coins have already been migrated in a way so that your coins are visible both on shop platform and on beta platform. But not everybody, not every one of you had an account on the beta platform, so we had to create an account for you. Why? Because we are turning on the monetization capabilities on beta, and found coins, if you remember, are participating in tokens. So if you want to participate in tokens, you would need to have your coins on the beta. So we had to create an account for you so you would participate in tokens without doing anything, and that was the goal, and that's what we did. So many of you have received an email like this: account created, click here to reset your password. This is a legitimate email from us. I know it's very vague, but this means that we have created an account for you on the email used in the shop platform. So we use the exact same email address to create an account on the beta platform. So that's one thing. However, when we found out that this email is very vague, we decided to pause the creation of the accounts and create this email again, rewrite it, and some of you will probably receive an email that sounds like this: important account created, please confirm. And there is more copy here. Be sure to read this because it contains explanation of the whole process and what happens. So that's one thing. And some of you already had an account created before for the same email address used on the shop platform. So we obviously didn't create this account again, but just sent you a different email saying that your found coins were moved to beta. And it doesn't require you to reset any passwords or anything. It just contains the explanation, the same explanation used in the email saying that your account was created. All right? So basically, for most of you, we have created an account and not necessarily moved, but like mirrored the number of coins you have, that it's visible currently on both shop platform, which will be phased out in the future, and it will be also visible on the beta platform. So, found coins are currently frozen. As you may remember, in the voting, you have also voted for the changes in the tokenomics. And the changes were implemented so that also we are investable for venture capital investors. So we had to pause the smart contract, and this is another big change. So changes in tokenomics is first, and I will go through some of them in a moment. But also we had to pause the smart contract, and we talked about this on Telegram. We sent newsletters about this, and we told you, guys, if you have your tokens withdrawn from the platform, or if you have purchased anything on a decentralized exchange, you guys need to send it back to the shop platform, shop.ccfound.com, because we will be closing the smart contract. After we have paused the smart contract now, you can't do anything with these tokens. They are dead. Smart contract is paused, it's closed, and we will be publishing a completely new smart contract with a new token. And it is important. We need to do this to be investable for venture capital, because otherwise these funds would look at PancakeSwap, for example. They will see that people are trading. They will see that there is a price, and the price is different from the offer that we are giving them. And they would say, what are you guys doing? We don't need to invest in this project, it is already public. So we had to take down the token and implement vesting. This is also a requirement of venture capital funds. So let me go once again through the changes in vesting, in the vesting process, and also what has changed in the tokenomics. In voting, we have shown you a draft of the new tokenomics, and I said that it may be subject to changes after we recalculate everything again during the split. As you already know, split is not 5 times the number of tokens for ICO people, but it is number 4.7. So that's one big change. Also, when we have voted for or against the changes in tokenomics, ICO was still live, people were still investing, and we didn't anticipate that the last round will be so big. It was $1 million from the last round only, and that's why we thought that the number of tokens in private sale and in ICO will be the same, but it isn't. It's 17% of the current total supply versus 27%, which is pretty nice. Actually, it should look like this. It's better to have rounds getting bigger and bigger, right? And also, we calculated everything to match the goal of having investments in next rounds being ×2 in the average price. So after taking into account the airdrops, we had an average price for the private sale, and we calculated the average price for the seed round, where our main sponsor funded the alpha version of the project. And as I have told you guys, we have lowered the supply given to this investor from 20% to 5%. And that's how we received this number of coins for this investor. So only 5% for the seed round investor, given his average price and his total raise, gives us a valuation of $4 million at that round. Then we had the private sale round where we have ×2 the price of token, so we have also valuation ×2, $8 million. And then we have ICO where the valuation is at $16 million. And going further, we have people who purchase at Kanga Exchange anonymously and either took the tokens to the shop CCFound platform and earn airdrops, or they didn't. If they didn't receive any airdrops, and the average price is thus higher, giving us a valuation of $23 million. Rounding this up a little bit, we have a valuation of $24 million for the VC investors in the current round. I planned to give them 10%, but I lowered it down by 2%. So we have only 8% for the VC investors now, giving us a round of roughly $1.9 million. And we are currently in this investment round. Next, we will be having launchpads with 2% only and a higher price, giving us a valuation of $33 million roughly. And we have now the TGE planned somewhere around year 2023 and 24, because currently we are on the verge of Third World War, with China possibly attacking Taiwan, with Russia attacking Ukraine, and United States being involved on both fronts. And we have a global recession currently, so venture capital is not very eager to invest in anything right now. So we need to wait for a bit for the situation to cool down, and I think it will take several months at least. And I suppose that the TGE will take roughly around 23-24. So TGE is the moment of the token generation event, or listing the token on a decentralized exchange, with us adding the liquidity and with us turning on the smart contract. In this moment, some of you, most of you, will get 1% of their coins unfrozen. All right, 1%. Venture capital will receive 4%, and launchpad investors will receive 10%. And this is implemented in a way that the market won't get flooded with the tokens dropping the price effectively. All right, so we need to be able to buy some of this back and also to manage the price. And you can see that launchpad investors who purchase coins with the highest average price are not a threat to the price, therefore. So we can give 10% to them because the price is higher than yours, right? So also venture capital has a higher price than you. That's why they can have a higher TGE. And that's how tokenomics typically work in cryptocurrency projects. Also, we have a cliff. Cliff means that an investor needs to wait, for example, for 6 months until the vesting will turn on. And vesting means that, for example, here ICO investor has 18 months of linear unfreezing of his coins. So he will wait for 18 months with gradual unfreezing, receiving his tokens every day or every month. We will see regarding this. So that's how vesting works. Vesting is implemented so that every type of investor is protected against fast sellers and weak hands. All right? And after recalculating all of this, after giving ICO the split of 4.7 tokens per token before, and implementing the split also for airdrops, we needed to increase the total supply. So it was impossible, when we included airdrops, to burn any coins. There was not enough coins. So that was an error in the tokenomics draft that we prepared before. After recalculating everything, we needed to increase the total supply. Also, we tried to retain a similar number of, or a similar percentage of the total supply for the CCFound company, so that CCFound company will also earn tokens, will be able to participate in votings, and will be able to retain the development team from the tokens alone in the near future, which is extremely important with IT developers' wages growing 100% during COVID times. We need more and more capital to develop CCFound, unfortunately, and we need to be able to retain this team using tokens. So CCFound company has a similar number of percentages in the total supply as before, as in the Tokenomics draft. But now, after recalculating everything, we needed to increase the total supply to this. However, remember, total supply was not the goal. The goal was to have the average price times 2 with every round and not times 10 as we had before. And this goal we have achieved. We have also introduced changes in the tokenomics. We have also introduced vesting. So I can say this was a success. We have also created a new version of the pitch deck for our potential venture capital investors. And I would like to request from you guys, if you know any venture capital investors, if you are friends with them, be sure to share this pitch deck with them. Tell them about CCFound and recommend our project, because it's easiest to find a VC investor from individual recommendations from friends. So I will be grateful for you doing exactly that. Okay, so I told you about the changes in tokenomics, about the pausing of smart contract, about the split. We told you about coins migration to the beta platform. You know about the new accounts created. You know that the shop will be phased out in the future. I haven't yet told you that also white paper will be taken down soon, at least for some time. White paper is a huge document where many information is out of date right now, with all the changes in tokenomics and everything. Also, Pager is out of date, and most of this website is currently out of date after the ICO. So we need to delete most of this information. We will leave only the header, and we will link to the pitch deck, and we'll leave login, and that's all. Most of the information right now on this website is out of date. So how to learn about CCFound? Well, first of all, pitch deck will be linked, and pitch deck will be often updated to stay up to date for the investors. And also, you can always go to the beta CCFound.com platform. You will find a proposed tag CCFound here, and you can always ask your question here. So the only thing you need to do is define your problem, click here, ask your question, define what you are asking about, and enter tag CCFound here. Remember, this is most important. I will often visit CCFound tag and answer your questions here. So this is most important. Remember to add this tag to your question if you are asking about the platform. Also, be sure to just use CCFound as a normal, typical user. This is a very fun experience right now. This platform is working better and better. We are currently polishing the rough edges and working on some bugs. So this will be a much easier experience throughout the time. But already, what's most important is that we already have monetization capabilities. First of all, you can ask a paid question here. And you can offer a reward for people answering your questions. And you can already notice that we have implemented a new currency here, found vouchers. Why? Since we have frozen found coins that you have purchased in the ICO or private sale, well, if they are frozen, they can't be used to transact on the platform, right? You can't pay using found coins if they are frozen. So we needed to implement a new temporary currency that will be used right now for payments. And that's where found vouchers come in. Found vouchers are one-to-one with American dollar, and you can purchase them in the wallet on Beta platform. So if you go to wallet, you will find that you have frozen found coins that earn tokens, and that you have unfrozen found vouchers, which you can also purchase and use on the platform for example, paid questions. And also, if you find a paid question, you can earn found vouchers, obviously, and also you can do one more thing. For example, if we go here, we can find any question we like and answer this question, and in the answer we can set a paywall. So for example, I can share some of my knowledge for free, right? Then I can write why you should purchase my paid answer, so give some benefits here, what's included in the paid version of my answer, and then I can type my paid answer here. And I am the one that will set the price. It can be, for example, one found coin, or one found voucher, which is $1. There is platform's commission, obviously, 20% right now. You can set this higher. You can resign from some of your commission so that the platform will earn more. And the longer the answer, the more information, the more knowledge you gave here, the higher the cost may obviously be. So you can already earn money on the platform, and I invite you to do so, to type as many paid answers as you like. This is like a product. If you are an expert, this is actually like a product that will live on the platform, and you will always earn money through this as long as the question you have answered is popular and people are visiting this question. And also remember that the bigger free answer you give, the higher it will be upvoted. People will like it more. So be sure to give as much information you can in both the free version and in the paid version. So you can already earn money here. And the third way you will earn money is obviously tokens. And tokens will be earned only when people will give paid answers and if they set up paid questions, obviously, currently. In the near future, also donations will be added. We are also working on the marketplace with online courses and ebooks, but this is for a separate story. So we have found vouchers, we have paywalls and paid questions, and we have tokens. You also need to know that the tokens will be distributed manually for now. We need to check if the algorithms calculate everything correctly, and if they do, we will push the tokens from time to time manually. And also withdrawals to USD are possible. If you earn at least 50 found vouchers, which is exactly $50, you can withdraw them to USD. This is also done manually by us. We check if the transaction is correct, and we will pay you out your $50 or more if you have earned this on the platform. So guys, we have more and more mature beta. It's working very nicely right now. It's great fun to use it. There's many people involved, asking questions, answering them, and I personally find it fascinating to read through all these questions, to answer some of them. This is just fun. It's fun to use the platform right now. It's working. So I invite you to, you no longer need to register. You just need to log in using your email from the shop platform, and you can already participate in creating the platform that you invested in. So I invite you to do exactly so, because the more of us will use the platform, the more of us will invite our friends to also participate here, the more CCFound will be worth in the future. So let's build this multi-billion-dollar business together. And also keep your fingers crossed for us, for our development team, so that we go through all the bugs and rough edges as quickly as possible and develop the marketplace and other monetization capabilities for you as quickly as possible. Alright, so I think I went through everything. Once again, go to CCFound, also leave me a like under this video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell so you receive future announcements. And also below this video you will find most important links. That is link to the pitch deck. Remember to share it with your friends from VCs. You will find a link to the voting summary, and you will find the link to the most important explanation about the token split and CCFound tokenomics changes that we have published some days ago here, with examples of investors and how the split worked for them. Alright, take care guys, see you soon!